police have laid a holding charge against a 29-year-old British man following the deaths of two women in Hong Kong. Rurik Jutting had been arrested on suspicion of murder after police found the victims in his apartment in the Wan Chai area early on Saturday. The women are believed to be sex workers of Indonesian origin. Mr. Jutting will appear before the territory's Eastern Magistrates Court on Monday. The women, who both had wounds to their necks, have not been named officially by police. One was found with stab wounds and the second was found inside a suitcase. Mr. Jutting resigned from a job at Bank of America Merrill Lynch a week ago. A LinkedIn profile under his name suggested he was a Cambridge University graduate. Officers were called to the luxury residential building where he lived at 3:42 on Saturday, 1942 Friday GMT. Hong Kong police said they had retrieved a knife from the apartment in the J residence block, which is situated in an affluent area and popular with professional people working in the financial sector. Assistant District Commander Wan Suhung told reporters that a woman whose body was in the suitcase had been dead for quite some time and had neck injuries. Speaking about the other dead woman, who had stab wounds to her neck and buttocks, he said, "We believe the death was caused by a sharp object which cut the throat of the deceased." When police found her, she was lying in the living room. The room was messy. The BBC's Hong Kong correspondent Juliana Lee reported that the two victims were Indonesian and known as Jessie and Alice. Both were well known in the Wan Chai entertainment district, our correspondent said. Bar manager Robert van den Bosch had known both women for more than 4 years. He said about 24 police had visited bars and nightclubs in the area on Saturday in an effort to identify the women. Of Jessie, Mr. van den Bosch told the BBC, "That's the thing that we ask ourselves, why and why her? If she was just a crazy woman and fighting you could understand, but I have no idea why, because she was always happy." The South China Morning Post reported that police had found a small amount of cocaine in the apartment and that they were examining Mr. Jutting's mobile phone. A resident of the 40-story block, who said his fellow occupants were mainly expats, told the newspaper, "It was a shock because you would never expect something like this to happen in Hong Kong." A spokesperson for the UK Foreign Office said, "We can confirm that a British national has been arrested in Hong Kong. We are in touch with the local police and stand ready to provide consular assistance." Post-mortem examinations are being conducted to determine the causes of the women's deaths. Bank of America Merrill Lynch has yet to respond to BBC requests for information about Mr. Jutting. Historically, Hong Kong has enjoyed a relatively low crime rate. According to the Hong Kong police website, there have been 14 homicides between January and July, down from 56 over the same time period in 2013.